43.5 pounds. We got to do something about that. Okay guys, so I'm gonna attempt to take some weight out of that hood that I have sitting over here. I weighed it, and well, you saw what it weighs, but yeah, it's just you know, I'm not going to be driving this car on the street, so I wouldn't normally recommend doing this. Like if you're, you know, trying to keep a car like original and you know you're driving on the street all the time, but that's not what I'm doing with this car. Okay, we want it to go fast, so I'm going to try to pull as much weight out of that as I can. Okay, so part of the hood that we're going to pull weight out of is a lot of this structure. Okay, a lot of this structure that holds the original latch. Okay, I'm going to try and cut all this out. I've never done this before, and I haven't really looked up any videos on people who have done it, so this is going to be new to me. The only thing that we're going to keep would be this section back here, which bolts the hinge. Okay, I'm thinking I'm going to try to cut it right through here, which is probably going to make this section here weak. So we may have to put something else in here, maybe a little piece that attaches to the hood itself, like a little L bracket to hold that. So I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna get it out, you know, I'll put it out in my front here on a table, and we'll start kind of looking at it and seeing, you know, what I need to do to cut that out. And then also, we got most of it painted. Okay, it's looking really good. Okay, I don't know if you can see that. This is the gloss paint, but for whatever reason, okay, it's gloss paint, but it came out kind of like a matte finish. I'm not sure. I mean, it looks like satin, not really glossy, but not flat. Okay, it looks. I actually really like the way it looks. Feels really good. It looks. I mean, I don't know. I really like the way it came out. So I went and kind of scuffed up all the firewall, painted all that, pulled the brake line away so I didn't paint the brake line. I may paint the brake line a different color later, like maybe silver, or I may put it back and just paint it black. I don't know. I don't know what I'm gonna do with the brake line. I just kind of wanted to get it away so I could do some sanding and scuff it up a little bit. So, and then we need to find out what we're gonna do with covering up these holes here. Scott Rod makes a really nice panel for that, and they actually make it in satin black. So I may just order that. It covers the whole thing, and then something we'll have to cover up that hole there too. So yeah, so I pulled the brake booster. I may do manual brakes on this, so I don't have to put that big booster back in there. So yeah. We're making some good progress. So let me get on this hood. Let me get like a table set up, and we'll go out there and kind of like take a look at it and see exactly where I want to try to cut it. Okay, so like I said, I've never done this before. I really don't know what I'm doing cutting up the bottom of this hood. It could be a disaster, and worst case scenario, I'd have to buy another hood. So I mean, whatever, it is what it is. This hood's not in the greatest shape anyway. It's you know, it looks like a replacement hood anyway. I mean, it's not bad shape, but you know, it's a stock hood. So anyway, I want to try to pretty much keep some of the areas that have a little structure to it. Now, I'm going to be using hood pins. I ordered some hood pins that are going to go, that I'm assuming are going to go here and here. So I want to leave this structure a little bit intact. So I'm thinking of if I mean, in order to really get some weight out of this thing, I'm going to come all the way out, like leave this and cut here all the way down to this seam. This could be a big mistake, but okay, we're not going to go up in there. We're going to cut probably straight across here, down, kind of leave this so that there's structure. I may have to tack weld this with my with the TIG welder so that stays down and kind of supports the hood pin. So I'm thinking something like this. I don't know, maybe here, and then across, and then cut all this out like this. I don't know, this seems like a really sketchy deal, but we'll see. Here. And then again, we'll do the same thing on this side, which would be here. Like this. And then obviously we're coming up this way, straight across. Sorry, I keep moving the camera. I'm looking over there at the other side, trying to match it up here. So here, like this, and then all this straight over to the same over there. We had a line right there, so try to kind of match that up like so, around, down. Yeah, I'm not sure. I need to make sure I have some support for the for this bracket here. So, but this is not touching anyway. There's no space there anyway. So I don't know. Yeah, maybe I'll come through here. I'm not sure. I may leave this bar. If I leave this bar, that'll help support the ends. That's probably a good idea. So we'll just cut it right here and we'll stop there. Okay, obviously we're gonna cut all this off, all that, and to here. So yeah, the only thing we'll be leaving is this. Obviously, we'll be cutting all the, you know, the structure that holds the middle of the hood up. But yeah, you know, obviously we're not going to need all that latch mechanism and all that. That's pretty heavy duty up there. So I know that some people will. I've seen it done, but I don't know if it's smart or not. But I've seen people actually weld their stock lever to the tube front end. I don't know if that's smart though, because the hood could fly up, you know. I'm probably going to end up putting hood pins on the white car too, just because, I mean, right now it's just got the stock latch, and I don't know how many times I've seen, you know, people on Facebook showing their car with the hood flipped up and how do I fix this, you know, asking people how did they fix that. So yeah, definitely need hood pins. I ordered some aluminum ones. They're not here yet, but when I get them, I'll give you guys the link. I like the aluminum pins because they don't rust and like stain up your hood and all that. I used to have a pair of like stainless steel ones, and even though they're stainless, they still kind of corrode and kind of leave like little rust trails on your hood. The aluminum ones don't, you know, they don't rust at all. So, but anyway, let me start. I'll put you on a tripod and start kind of cutting this up and see where it goes. have it. So everything's cut off that I want to cut off. So yeah, so what I'm going to probably do is I'm thinking, since I'm going to be doing the hood pins here, maybe TIG weld this so that it's strong there, and then maybe put a piece here too that'll connect this piece here to the hood itself, so that gives it a little more, that's kind of dark, so it gives it a little more structure there. But other than that, I mean, I think it looks pretty good. I mean, it's a little more flimsy, you know, obviously that's going to happen. So, but what we're going to do now is I'm going to take it just like it is, and we're going to go over and weigh it, and let's compare what we just took out. Okay, so we were 43.5 pounds. So let's see what this weighs now. $31.5. So that was quite a bit we took off there. Now it's just over 30 pounds. So yeah, it's 31.5 pounds. So it's still a far cry from, say, like a fiberglass hood that weighs like 12 or 13 pounds, but that's quite a bit of weight taken off right off the front of the car. So okay, so what I'm doing is in these areas here that are going to be on this hinge here, I want to kind of reconnect, because as you can see, look, I mean, it just kind of flexes really badly right here, okay, because you basically took all that structure out. So I want to reconnect this to this with a little plate around here, and then what I'm going to use is a piece of what I cut off. Okay, I'm going to just take a piece, kind of like match it up a little bit, cut it, kind of bend it around this corner here, and then we're gonna TIG weld that right through there. It'll just basically box it in, and once you box it in, it's going to be really strong for the hinge. Okay, that might be a little overkill. We may not need to do that, but I'll feel more comfortable doing it that way. And then also up here where the hood pin's going to go, I want to put the hood pin right through here, and I just feel more comfortable with that too. I mean, I could cut this whole thing off and I feel like it would still be okay, but as you can see, I mean, this thing really flexes. So you wouldn't really want like the corner, like when you're going down the track, the corner of your hood to start doing that, you know, because it's getting air under it and it's starting to want to lift. So by leaving this, and because see, this is not attached here, so I'll TIG weld this. This whole corner will then also be kind of like boxed in. Okay, again, this could be overkill, but I feel more comfortable with it that way, and yeah, I'm gonna do it that way. So I've never seen it done this way. I've never even actually, like, I purposely didn't want to Google on how to do this and see other people's videos. I kind of want to just kind of try it myself and see how it worked and see where it took me. So yeah, I've been grinding away at it, cleaning it all up. So it's probably less than 31 pounds now. It's probably right around 30, because I took off quite a bit of extra metal that was still kind of on the edges and stuff. So yeah, let me go ahead and work on this piece here. Gonna kind of flatten it out and then cut it and shape it around the corner and see what we end up with. Okay, so you can kind of see where I'm going with this. I've kind of cut this little piece here and just bent it kind of around the corner, and it's gonna kind of box that in, as you can see, kind of like that. I still have some more shaping to do to try to maybe get it closer over here and just kind of box it all in. So yeah, I think that that'll work. So let me just keep shaping on it, and I probably won't show the welding because, again, my welding is subpar at best. So but you get the idea of what I'm doing, and you know how to do it. So yeah, hopefully you're learning something here. We'll be back in a sec. Okay, so the thin metal that I was gonna try to use, almost impossible to weld this. I mean, this is kind of like tin foil, very thin. So I got a piece of thicker plate that I have for another project, and I used just a piece of it, and I'm gonna probably just do that, like just put some like little tabs kind of just in one spot here and here, and then maybe on the end. Okay, and I mean, just putting that piece there is really strong. It looks really terrible here. I'm gonna have to clean this up, and I got the top pretty decent, but I was just having a really hard time with the thin material. When you turn the heat down, I'm not a very good TIG welder, so when you turn the heat down, that means you have to leave it there longer. But when you leave it there longer, it heats up everything around it, and then once it goes really quick. So, but the thicker material works a little bit better. So, but yeah, anyway, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys learn how to lighten up your hood. And I don't know how it's gonna be on the street. I don't know if I'd recommend it for the average person to cut all that out. But so yeah, we were around 43 pounds, I think, 43 and a half, and we ended up at 30. So 13 pounds off the front of the car. That's nothing to sneeze at. That's pretty significant, okay? So yeah, that's gonna do it for this video. Hope you guys learned something, enjoyed it. Like, share, and subscribe. Check out another video here and here. See y'all later.